Right, here we go, City of Westminster sign. Normally in these squares they have a little bit of history of the square and the area, but on this one you can see it's blank because obviously it doesn't fit into their like pastoral idea of history. This programme isn't about history like that, it's about real lives and real people's history. What it would say on here is, yes, Stephen's Garden was once the haunt of Peter Rachman and prostitutes, you know, so they don't want that on there. You see they've still got the no dogs. Maybe they should have put no blacks, no Irish and no dogs, and then it would have been like the 50s again. The Empire News called Peter Rachman the friend of the black man because he was a major landlord to West Indian immigrants. And all the people that came from the West Indies were told as soon as they get off the boat, don't bother looking for somewhere to live, just go and see Rachman and he'll sort you out a flat. So, you know, there's a lot of people around here, especially in the older West Indian community, have got a lot of time for Rachman. He's a very polarising figure. We're standing outside the El Rio. Well, this used to be the El Rio in Westbourne Park Road. This was Frank Critchlow's caff, which became a sort of de facto community centre for the West Indian community. And this is where Christine Keeler bought a 10-bob bag of weed that brought down the Tory government in 1963. And this is where Rachman became famous. He was already dead, had a heart attack in November 1962, but Keeler had been his mistress and Mandy Rice-Davies had been his mistress, and it came out that he owned the flat that they both lived in Bryanston Mews in Marylebone. So this is when he became famous, and of course he's safely dead, he's a foreigner, so all the housing problems in this area could be laid at his door. You know, you can't, dead men don't use the libel laws, so I think that's mainly why he's so notorious and why he's in the dictionary. The Rachmanism was coined by Ben Parkin, the local Labour MP. Like most MPs, he's trying to make a bit of political capital out of this, so he was a nice and convenient scapegoat for all the other people, and all the old Etonians and other rich people and colonels that own the housing round here just skated away, never made the papers, and still were making money up until the 70s, I suppose. So yeah, this is the El Rio, the famous El Rio. Christine Keeler met Lucky Gordon in here, and they was doing a bit of dealing. He was doing some dealing in the toilets, and Stephen Ward was sitting out here in the car because he looked like a policeman and he used to scare all these people. So yeah, so this is where I suppose you could say Rachman made it out of the shadows and became notorious. We got the cow, divorces, wakes, parties, not named after Christine Keeler, I'm told.